My name is Rhapsody, welcome back to Slay the Spire modded with Mod the Spire, Base Mod, Fetch Mod, Always Whale, the Construct, STS, Lib, Hubris, Relic Sorter, RNG, Replay the Spire, Infinite Spire, the Mystic, Beat, the Cultist, Shop Mod, and Black Mod currently installed. Time to go back on that rotation. The reason that I'm including the base characters in the rotation in particular is because a lot of these mods, the kind of larger mods that don't add anything in the way of a new character. So I'm talking about the things like Black Mod, like Replay the Spire, like Hubris, give a lot of new cards and new relics to the base classes as well. So I feel like we are missing out on the ability to explore those should we leave them out of the rotation. Plus, rotating them just means more variety. Random common relic, random rare card, random rare relic for a curse. Curse I could remove in 3 spaces. Sure. Alright, the curse we picked up was Shame. At the end of your turn, gain 1 frailty, as well as counterbalance the relic from Replay the Spire. During boss and elite fights, enemy strength gain, block gain, and healing is reduced by half. Well, that's going to be relevant for... what? Like, only the Gremlin Knob this round? This floor? Well, no. The Gremlin Knob and Eric Ewan Poro. Oh, have none of that in terms of the weakness, thank you very much. And an easy finish to the fight as well. Thank you for just weakening for the first turns. Well, weakening, frailty actually. I'd probably take Clash if it wasn't for the Shame in the deck already. Just gonna take a Clothesline. This is a value pick. Remove, and let's get the Curse out of here. I was planning on removing Curse right now, but have already done so. I kind of want to get the Anger and then the Flashes. Well, actually, I kind of just want to get the Anger. Because 2 Angers in the deck, they both are 6 damage, right? And I've got the 2 Bashes. Like, it's going to be a couple of rotations through the deck before the Angers mean that I'm not going to be able to play, or rather, I'm not going to be able to play out all of my energy. Sure, I'm going to take the Angers. I'm going to try and get this to be a little bit non-standard. Do I want to do anything else here, though? I don't think so. I mean, I could have taken the Whirlwind. Whirlwind does provide things to the deck. It provides an energy sink after our whole deck is Anger, is actually a consideration. Sure, we'll take it. Unfortunately, no money, so I can't really do anything in that space. Sure. Oh, look, unfortunately, no money, so I can't really do anything in that space. Also, Flex, pre-upgraded, actually would be a ridiculous pickup for us right now. Oh, well. Going this way, we get to get an upgrade before we go to the fight, so you get to upgrade that Whirlwind, especially could be useful if... Nope, never mind. It was especially going to be useful if the enemy here was not the enemy that it is. Savvy? This is that's a problem. But if the enemy was the Sentries, Sentinels. Right, quest log. Kill 1 Gremlin Knob. I actually didn't even check this before as well, by the way. Should have done so. Get a random relic. Hey! All these smooth stones. Start each combat with 1 dex. Not bad. We get Matroshka. The next 2 chests you open contain 2 relics. I don't know why I was given an update on that quest log, considering I didn't do anything related to it. Shockwave Havoc versus Feel No Pain. No, I kind of want to amp up my draw so that I can actually make that Anger Engine work. Well, speaking of that Anger Engine, I was really hoping I would get the Bash as well as both of the Angers in that previous hand, but now I've got them in this one. It's still lethal. Clash Exhume Havoc. I think Exhume is one of my... No, it's not one of my pickups. Okay. I don't want to take it then. Ooh, Tiger Marble. At the start of each combat, add a random card which exhausts your hands. It costs 0 until played. And Empowering Shard. For each act you climb, gain 1 strength at the start of combat. It starts with 1. So next floor is 2, floor after 3. And for the moment, we're not doing infinite episodes in this series. Oh, wow. Glass Hammer for free. It's just a 41. I guess I'll kill Poro. Bigger hits go against you, right? Okay. It's all good. Oh, their block gain from the malleability is actually also jeopardized from counterbalance. Interesting. Easy lethal. Old Coin upon pickup, gain 300 gold. Not bad. Reaper versus Warcry and Havoc. Well, Reaper upgraded is 5, right? Plus, on the final floor, we get 3, so it's what? 5 and 3 is 8, obviously. But I'm just thinking, like, is that enough from a Reaper that I actually want to take it? I don't think so. Bash and the Clothesline definitely need to be upgraded. The better line was this one. Obviously, we could have gotten an earlier shop. I wanted the earlier rest, but I forgot that this rest is actually, similarly early with respect to the elite. Ah, well. Dude, gosh. I feel like I have to wake them up this turn, because my deck doesn't get much better than this. Alright. The reflective coating is never really going to be that powerful for us, so I'm actually just going to defend here as well. And then keep it with blur. So I effectively just used that, the reflective coating in particular. Effectively just used that as 6 block. I don't think it was necessarily going to get much higher than that, so that's why I was comfy doing it. Double defense, single strike, because I know that we've got lethal before you take your next 2 actions. Didn't leave Reaper in the deck. Good. Juzu Bracelet. Regular enemy combats are no longer encountered in question mark rooms, as well as Perfected Strike. Dual Strike from Black Mod, which is just a big normal strike. Obviously, the reasoning for that is there's kind of a little space missing for that, right? Like, low-cost strikes are the main things that exist. A lot of mods have actually explored higher cost strikes, like Stunning Strike, which is actually from I think it is. Might be from Replay the Spire. And then from Replay the Spire, we have Strike from Hell, which is another strike card. I like that these mods all typically tend to include a nice strike card to add into the basic set. Metamorphosis, putting a bunch of attacks in my deck, sure. I might actually, like, take Metamorphosis in this kind of deck as well, so. Flex is still good. The deck is also aggressive enough, hopefully, to be able to take out the Slime Boss before the Slime Boss does a single hit. Wow, another Glass Hammer. Not necessary at all, but wow. Infernal Blade. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. I'm trying to play outside of my own kind of standard things, but for what it's worth, the Flex and the Whirlwind together do create a pretty standard playstyle for me as the Ironclad. So I've got that there effectively as just safety. I could super high roll this Infernal Blade here. Pretty low roll. Ooh. Unless we get Bash in the next hand, we don't actually get that much damage in this deck. Panic Button's totally useful for us later. I'm gonna throw in the Poison Potion. I mean, we're full on potions, so it's not like that Poison Potion cost me anything. So if I attack for 7 plus 5 is 13, so actually cool. 7 plus 5 is 12. What it's worth. We won't split you this turn. We just do as much damage as we can. That's unfortunate. I'll also even throw in the fire potion because I don't want to split the slime boss with, you know, good HP values on either side. That was probably incorrect. I probably should have split up those attacks. Thankfully, we're never punished. Got him. Even flawless. Flawless the boss is a quest I only just picked up. I'll remove Kill a Nightmare just so that I don't accidentally do that. Double tap Demon Form Dark Embrace. Well, Demon Form is obviously, like, good eventually for us, but do I want to take it? Like, what fights do I already... Well, fights that go long, I actually lose already. So to take Demon Form is to help deal with that negative of our deck. Really comfy doing that. Okay. Cracked Hourglass is a thing. It's from Hubris. Gain energy at the start of each turn. If any battle takes longer than 3 minutes, you die. We have way too many angers to use a Velvet Choker. I'm gonna take the Cracked Hourglass. We're going. We're gonna go. Okay, if anything takes longer than 3 minutes, I hope there's a counter or something like that. Because it would suck to not know and then, oh no, I'm already dead. Whoops. I have to imagine there is. 180 seconds. All right, let's go. Oh, this is cool as hell. I like it. It's going to be a race against the clock. So a lot of these fights are going to be faster than that because of the nature of our deck. We are quite aggressive. And we start with extra strength. Another sword. The first card containing strike you play each round is played twice. It takes an additional energy to recharge for each energy spent on the card. So that means that it takes an additional turn, rather. So it'll take a bunch of turns to get back from Perfected Strike, or rather, a extra turn to get back from Perfected Strike than it would for getting back from anything else. Ultimate Defense seems like a defensive thing for some reason to me. It just seems like it's a kind of defensive thing, and this deck can't afford to be defensive. If we're defensive, we're not killing them quickly enough. Are there any things I would want to sell here? Well, I could buy the blanket and then sell the old coin as well as the Matroska later. That is to say, if I bought this blanket, I would be able to start selling my relics. There's only 2 relics I actually want to sell, though. So I think here it's got to be card removal on the defense. And I actually want to take this block potion as well. And that's just because I've got 2 missions. One of Flawless the Boss and one that is not to Flawless and Elite. Never mind. Flawless the Boss is important. Gets a rare relic for me. Should I manage it? Now, unfortunately, elite fights and boss fights that I think might otherwise go quite long, I probably need to just very, very quickly do. Just get through them as quickly as possible. Do I want to accept 10 damage here? Yeah, I do. Because I heal up 4 of it at the end of the combat anyway. Entrench Iron Wave, Carnage. I can totally see the position of Iron Wave in this deck. Provides defense while it's attacking, and it gets actually extra defense from the Oldie Smooth Stone. So an upgraded Iron Wave is 8 block for us right now. It's not that bad. So we can get a Nightmare. I want as many question marks as possible. Well, if I skip that Nightmare, I can actually just go a bunch of question marks and an upgrade. And then go for the later Nightmare instead. I'm actually more comfy doing that. Sure. And yet again, just rolling in dough. Like beef Wellington. Find some potions. Hell yeah, give me them. Shield potion. I mean, Stereo Potion and Fear Potion help us kill faster, but the Shield Potion helps us defend. Well, the Stereo Potion we definitely take. I think I take that Fear Potion. Pilcrow. Demon Form defend. I'm still perfect. You've got negative strength right now, right? Because I lowered your strength and then it tried to gain back up, but Counterbalance stopped it. I think is what's happened there. Ooh, Glass Hammer. Get him. I'll take that Tin Flute at the end of this run. Choose one card in your deck. At the start of the next run, you will have that card in your deck. If you're wondering what happened in the previous one, by the way, that is to say, what happened to the Burst Plus that I put in one of these. As I said during that episode, I just immediately forgot that it was in my deck. Or rather, immediately forgot that that was happening and played some modded runs in my own time to explore more and different mods. And there it went. Rune of Simplicity. Strikes and defense can be upgraded any number of times on pickup. Upgrade 2 randomly. 2 defense both got upgraded. Not bad, actually. Grinning Jaw is not bad. Obtain a skill that draws 2 cards. Obtain an additional copy for every other 12 cards added into the deck. That's a nice way to get some draw to offset the cost of the other things that we've already put in the deck. So I'll take a Grinning Jar pretty happily there. And that was also a relic that we get a reward for. So Baseball, Mint on the Bone, and Anchor, and none of those. Bronze Scales and Abacus, neither of those should ever trigger for me. Like, not really. Bronze Scales would occasionally, but if the Abacus ever triggers, I've probably already lost the fight. No. If it ever triggers enough to be worth the pickup, then I've probably already lost the fight. Yeah. I think here I'm actually going to purchase the rug, and Actually, you know what? Rune of Simplicity has already upgraded stuff for me. I'm now going to sell it. I don't need that anymore. I'm not going to upgrade my strikes. Get rid of that. Tin Flute is interesting, but for me, I can't really get any use out of it right now. So I'll sell that as well. Matroshka is actually used up, so I'll sell it. The old coins obviously used up. Sell it. Making bank, yo. I love it. Awesome. Infernal Blade, Nightmare. Infernal Blade, Thunderclap. Strike, 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 and a run through. Yeah, we'll see how this fight goes overall. I do think we're going to kill him in time. I also do need to be faster on the draw. I really want to bash Clothesline. I gotta remind myself, we have this counter over here, the Cracked Hourglass. I gotta remind myself, that thing's important, you know? Taking 11 damage this turn. I finally got my Demon Form out on the field. Should be able to kill next turn. Whirlwind. Quantum Egg. Whenever a card is created during combat, it is immediately upgraded. Hell yeah. Well, see, the thing is, my Angers now put upgraded Angers back in my deck. And Infernal Blade gives me an upgraded card. Damn, that's wild as hell. Okay. Let's upgrade that Infernal Blade so that I can just always play it. I'll take the 50-50. Hey! Thread and Needle at the start of each combat. Gain 4 plated armor. Cool as hell. This event. Hell yes. Rounding a corner, you spot a hooded figure reading a strange book and mumbling to himself. Yes. Hot. Remove. I see. Yes. As you approach, he looks up. Ah, hey, you. Care to help me with the experiment? You will. Oh, good. Just lie down on this table and we'll get you started. As you lie down on the table, the figure pulls out a strange dagger and opens his book. The book's cover seems to be made of skin. The Necronomicon. Or rather, the Necronomicon Ex Mortis, it might be referring to in particular, which I have to imagine the Necronomicon in this game is referring to because literally it looks the same. Continue. We'll lose 55 HP. Ah! Screams fill the chamber as the figure plunges the knife into your chest. Slowly you watch as he removes your heart from your chest to thump, to thump, to thump. Now wait here while I complete the ritual. I don't know what attack actually does. I've never taken the option. Instead, I'm going to wait and get the bottled heart. Upon pickup, this relic gains charges equal to half of your max HP, and your max HP is reduced to 1. You start each combat with temporary HP equal to the relic's charges. Any changes to the max HP affect the bottled heart instead, and it has a synergy with Necronomicon, which gives you an additional 10 charges if you have that. Lying on the table, your life fading, you question if this is where you want to die. There we go! All done. The figure returns to your side holding a bottle containing a heart to thump to thump. Look at this. It's your heart and it's still beating. Fascinating, isn't it? My experiment is over now. Here you go. He hands over your heart, sits down, and continues to read his book. I don't know what this... Oh, wait, hang on. This is the Gremlin Knob King, isn't it? Wow, the Master of Strategy is pre-upgrade. What? Hang on, I need to start playing cards. Sorry, my bad. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna steroid potion Whirlwind. Just like casually kill most of you. Holy hell yeah. That was cool. Amazing opening turn. We're not gonna take damage, are we? Because of the bottled heart. Wait, why do I care about taking damage? Oh, because I can flawless the boss super easily. The green jars both do need to be upgraded, but because the deck is 18 cards thick and it only gets thicker as we... Nice. It only gets thicker as we play because of the Angers. Flawless the boss when we get our rare relic. Actually, we want to do that later. I've seen that occasionally screw up screens like this. Limit Break is actually pretty ridiculous because we just start with 3 strength already. Dimensional Glinch. Gain energy at the start of each turn. All non-attack damage that you deal is reduced by 2. We deal no non-attack damage currently. And all non-attack damage you take is increased by 2. That could happen. But it's still really, really good. The extra energy is huge. There's also Cupcake. Gain energy at the start of each turn. After 6 cards are played, all cards cost 1 more energy. That could be a problem. We don't actually have any draw in this deck right now, but with the opening hand generating us a card, with Infernal Blade generating another card, and with the 2 grinning jars, we could actually run over the limit of that Cupcake. So I'll take the Dimensional Glitch. Oh god, that final fight. I've been prepared for what to expect in that position. I'm terrified that I now have to deal with it. So I'm gonna go to a super early shot. I kind of do. Infernal Blade gives me Reaper. I'm gonna Limit Break Whirlwind. Reaper is literally not useful at all for me anymore. Pre-upgraded Flex. I'm actually going to take the Iron Wave rather than the pre-upgraded Flex, and the reason is because of the Snecko fight at the end of this floor. Spoiler alert, it's a Snecko. Let me just split this damage a little bit. This seems like this one's going to work. Yup. Here's the thing. If I Thunderclap, I take 10 damage, and then I Whirlwind thereafter. There's no way I take lethal with that. It's fine. I just needed to make sure that the thorns weren't going to kill me. I could probably take Pummel here. Yeah. No obvious downside. Oh no, I can still steal. It's just the tag is not there. Okay, that's cool. I have to imagine I'm not going to steal, right? Bag of Preparation at the start of each combat, draw 2 additional opening cards. That's really good for us. Hang on, what's our opening hand right now? Bag of Preparation means 7 large, and then the Tiger Marble means it's 8 large, and it's 9 large if I take the toolbox as well. I'm pretty happy to do that. Could be 10 large if I want to take the Pet Ghost as well. Although I don't really like the Pet Ghost. It's good for some decks, but this deck is so specific. It doesn't really fit. Do I have anything that costs me for playing extra cards? Yeah, I don't, so I'll play Finesse. Or rather, I'll take Finesse. We'll see if I play it. Well, that one seems to have worked out. Iron Wave again. It's probably the final Iron Wave I take, though. Both the Greeting Jaws need to be upgraded. I can't add any more than 1 to my hand, otherwise I'm dead, obviously. Panic Button. Gain 30 block. You cannot gain block from any cards for the next 3 turns. That's not good with me. Kind of got to turn those down, I think. Do I want to fight elites this floor? I kind of do. Oh, right. Let's actually take our rare relic as well. Fun Fungus. If you don't play any attacks during your turn, heal 5 HP at the start of your next turn. So that's never going to trigger for us. I believe that's an FTL reference, is it not? If you remain still, the fungus will grow into your wounds and start healing them. Yeah, it's the oh gosh, what's the name of it? I can't remember. I used to call it like bumbling fungus or something like that. Like I had my own name for it. Unless that's actually the name for it, in which case, oops. Panacea. Let's start with a Metamorphosis. Yeah, some of those will high roll, some of those will low. Ugh. No strength. Oh, I should have played this Green Jar first, obviously. Whoops. I'm not going to reload the page or anything like that, don't worry. That turn could have been so much better. Oh. I'm going to use a block potion this turn because I don't trust this Nemesis not to turn around and suddenly kill me somehow. Whoop. Yeah, that gets it. Whew, nice. Zylophone! This is one of the most interesting relics I've ever seen. It's from Hubris. Upon pickup, choose a 0 or a 1 cost card. This card now costs X and applies its effect X times. Oh my god. Infernal Blade would just fill my hand with different... Limit breath. Whoa. Okay. Tiny chest, gain 30 gold, get 10% more likely to find treasure in question mark rooms. Oh, I can't. My excitement is so much. I have so much excitement over this. Holy crumbs. Okay, I came to this space to remove a card so that I could finish the removal quest and then just get my money. And also, if there was anything that gave us strength here, I was going to take it. I'm actually going to drop this milkshake to take the adrenaline potion. Now, the reason for that is because after you play an X-Cost card, by necessity, typically at the very least, you'll have no energy left over. So if I play the adrenaline potion, I will possibly be able to play a card after that, which might end up just immediately finishing an enemy for me or something similar. Panache obviously should have gone out first there. That's my bad. That should attack from the draw pile. Oh. Holy hell. One turn kill and elite. Yeah, I think I did. I don't know. You can go back and rewind the footage, rejudge that, but I think we did. That's another limit break. Oh my god. Limit break. Just gonna quickly. The angers are perfect because they're 0 cost after the limit break. Claw Grip at the end of each turn, retain a random card. It costs 1 less energy next turn. It's from the Construct mod. That's... Nothing can stop us now. We could probably kill Paranoia on turn 1 with the right draw. Paranoia's been changed, by the way. Instead of having intangibility, they now just have a ridiculous amount of HP on their first turn. I've got to remind myself, I do have this cracked hourglass I have to worry about, so let's get a move on here. Stunning Strike. So it is from Hubris. It's deal 9 damage and stun the enemy for 1 turn. Cool. Finesse, then Grinning Jaw. I'm literally just looking for one thing, video game. Just one thing. There it is. Damn it, I actually didn't want to hit that. I can cop this hit and kill you next turn, it's fine. Vajra studies combat with 1 more strength. Yeah, that's pretty wild considering what we do. Lose all of my gold. That's unfortunate, but very expensive red mask right there. Sure, rest and upgrade a random card. Oh, look, Anger got upgraded. Not necessary at all. Tell me, how many lights do you see? Uh-oh. 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 I'm gonna gain my shielding right now, because that... Gosh, that feels necessary. Well, we win. Yep. That was so... Oh, that's the runic icosahedrons! That's where it came from. You crafty kit. Alright. Yeah, 899 damage. That's extremely interesting. I can only imagine that I'm going to have a ridiculous amount of fun with Zylophone. For the moment, though. My name has been Rhapsody, the name of the game has been Slay the Spire modded. There is a link in the description down below to each and every single one of the mods that is featured in each and every single episode. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time.